Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 8, and it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Next, double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of Great Millstone, the one that taught us the 100% truth according to the Bible. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere occupants. Keep pushing, keep believing, keep the faith, regardless of people here for a bit. Remember, the Lord sent forth the prophets to tell you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans what's going to happen before it even happened, but y'all didn't believe. The Lord said, look, I sent the men out there and they prophesied of war. They prophesied of evil. They prophesied of pestilence. They prophesied of chaos. They prophesied of famine. But you was too busy saying, nah, it ain't going to happen. Nah, it ain't going to happen. Nah, it ain't going to happen. When it was happening the whole time. That draft was going to come. It ain't going to happen. You can't make me go to war. You can't make me go to war. World War III is going to pop off. It ain't. These words, see, this is the thing about it. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you really the biblical Hebrew Israelites, you just don't get it. These words are faithful and true. Everything that's written up in the Bible will eventually come to pass. Jeremiah 28 and 8. War, famine, the economy will eventually crash. This devil's going to, the devil, aka the deceiver, the slanderer, the elites, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the Bloombergs, the Oppenheimers, they're going to make it mandatory that you take an implantable device in order to get something to eat. In order for you to go back to work, in order for you to get on a plane. These are the things that we're prophesying of before it even happened. And it's going to be on you. It ain't going to be on the messenger. It's going to be on the Israelites that didn't take heed to the message. It's going to be on you. Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 8, and it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied. Jeremiah said the prophets that came on the scene before I was even on the scene, they prophesied. They told you what was going to happen before it even happened. And the prophets that's going to come after me, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to say before, right? It says they prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war. So we're in the beginning stages of World War III. The book of Revelation goes into that. Let's see if I can get that right quick. See if I can get it right quick. It's Revelation, I think it was verse 11. Let's see. Bear with me. Let's see. Yep. Revelation chapter 11. The water, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. The scripture say, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, which is the truth, which is the 100% truth according to the Bible. But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Just know that. Revelation chapter 11, verse, let's see, verse 14. Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. And it reads, because remember, Jeremiah said, we tell you what's going to happen before it even happened, right? Revelation chapter 11, verse 14, it reads, the second woe, meaning World War II, is past. And behold, and look, the third woe, meaning World War III. World War III, what it say? And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And what does the word woe mean? Destruction. We're telling you what's going to happen before it even happened. So I'm going to go right back. Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been, and so what if some don't believe? And so what if some don't believe? Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8, and it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied. Meaning they told you what was going to happen before it even happened, regardless if you took heed to it or not, both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war. Remember, the third woe cometh quickly. World War III, right? We're prophesying of it before it even happened, right? And we're in the beginning stages of it. That draft is coming. They already passed laws on the books already. Men and women from the ages of 18 to 26, you're going off to war, man. And you're not going to be able to cry yourself out of it either. You're going off to war. That draft is coming and you're going off. Your black ass is going to war, all right? And you ain't going to be able to cry, mama, I don't want to go. Daddy, I love my baby, daddy. You ain't going to be able to do none of that, man. Lord ain't trying to hear none of that, right? And remember, we told you what was going to happen before it even happened, right? And against great kingdoms of war and of evil, meaning bad times. We're prophesying of bad times, Israel. Bad to the bad times. Bad to the bone, Israel. And of evil and of pestilence. All kind of plagues. You see? We'll let you know what's going to happen before. The Lord said great misery. Let's just get that. The Lord said, great misery. The Lord said, give warning from me. Matter of fact, let's just go here. Since I said that, let's just go here. 2nd Ezra chapter 14. Just get this, because the men of the Lord will prophesy. We out there giving you warning. The Lord said, go out there and give them warning from me. America's not going to bounce back. The economy is not going to bounce back. The Lord said he's going to destroy this place. He had the Smith, aka the scientists, create the missiles. And it says they was created to destroy, all right? 2nd Ezra chapter 14. Verse 16, and it reads, for yet greater evils, meaning greater bad times, right? For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much more the world shall be weakened through age. So much the more shall evils, meaning bad times, increase upon them that dwell therein. Evils, man. Evils, greater evils are coming. I want to get this. We're just flowing right quick. The 2nd Ezra. And remember, there be many that perish in this life because they despise the words of the Lord. 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 3, and it reads, there be many created, but few shall be saved. It's going to be a whole lot of people being deleted during that Third World War. The race wars, the class wars, the civil wars. Let's jump down. 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. A whole lot of you independent women, you're going off the war. You're going off the war. 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50, and it reads, for many great miseries, Israel, shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. All hell breaking loose, and everybody's still walking around prideful. Everybody's still walking with pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. Just know that. And oh yeah, and these words do not go out void. These words do not go out void. The words of the Bible, they don't go out void. And I want to get this, St. Matthew chapter 24. Let's get this, St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6, and it reads, it's a little red letter, Lord Yahushua speaking, who they even call Jesus, right? And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. So you got actual wars popping off, and then you got talks of wars, right? See that ye be not troubled, for all these things, Israel, all these things must come to pass. And once again, this is red letter. Lord Yahushua speaking, who they even call Jesus. He said all these things gonna come to pass. And you look, and Babylon the Great, aka America, is gonna have a draft. You just seen the article up on the screen. Look, they're gonna draft men and women from the ages of 18 to 26. And then another brother did a lesson of saying, pretty much going into how they said if you 70 and you in good shape, they want you too. They're taking people all the way up to the ages of 70. If you're a healthy man or you're a healthy woman, from the age to the ages of 70 years old, and you're in good shape, because hell, it's gonna get to the point to where they ain't gonna make you do no physical. They can just give you a blicky and send you off the war, man. This devil said, if you're able to walk, if you're able to talk, if you're able to run, we're going to sign your ass up, man. But oh yeah, they can't do that. They can't do that. The same thing you said in 2020, that they couldn't make you put that mask on, that they couldn't make you take that Capri Sun, that Kool-Aid in order to get your job. But didn't they do it? So don't say what this devil can't do. Because the Lord will show and prove and look, and you'll be confounded, right? So let's get this. Reading on St. Matthew 24. Keep thinking everything's a joke. You Israelites out there, keep thinking everything's a joke. You really don't know how the Lord get down. You really don't know how Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua really get down. You really don't. Especially for the Israelites that are ignoring this word. Somebody's telling you that everything's going to be all good. We're going to make America great again. But what is the Lord saying? That's what you need to be focused on, what the Lord is saying. St. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And bear with me. I want to leave that up there on the screen for a minute. You see? Breaking 2025 NDAA authorizes mandatory. Do you know what the word mandatory mean? Mandatory military draft for women across Babylon, the great, good old US of the A. As Pentagon pursues global nuclear war with both Russia and China at the same time. You see? And look at the news article, 6/15/2024. So this article is up to date. This article ain't from 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. This article was from the other day. Hell, what's the day? The 16th? The day is the 16th. This article was updated yesterday, man. What it say? See that, but for the whole elect of the nation of Israel, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Remember what I just read in 2nd Ezra chapter 14? Greater evils. You see? And the Lord said, if he don't hurry up and speed up time, it ain't going to be no flesh to be saved. But for the elect's sake, the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the Israelites has been scattered, the speckled birds that's been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that may look like these heathens. But your bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This word is for you. You see? The elect, though, the Lord said, don't be troubled when you see these things coming to pass. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. You got the race wars, you got the class wars, you got the gender wars. That's going to be something serious, too. You got the gender wars going to pop off. The Lord said, don't be troubled when you see these things happen. And there shall be famines, starvation. Starvation, man. A whole lot of people going to starve. You can see, look, a prudent man foreseeth to even hide himself. A prudent man is watching. He see all these plants, these food plants, chicken plants, cow plants. You see, things of that nature being burnt down to a crisp. Look, whether it's orchestrated or not, we see it's getting ready to go down. Why? Because a prudent man foreseeth to evil and hide of himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. You simple Israelites out there that ain't taking heed to what the prophets of the Lord are saying, you will be punished. You will be punished. Just know that, right? And all you Israelites out there that don't want to get in order, you will be punished. Just know that. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And the Lord told us to go out there and warn our people. Go out there and warn our people what's going to happen before it even happened, right? All these are the beginning of sorrows. This is what the scriptures said, Israel. I didn't say it. The scripture said it, man. Let's see what else. Let's go. So let's go right on back. 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. Let's get that. 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And pride always go before destruction, and a haughty spirit before fall. Just know that. Pride always go before destruction. And we're going to keep bringing these scriptures to your head. The Lord said, bring it out, man. And remember, all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. As a matter of fact, I bring it out pretty much every day. We're gonna prove according to the Bible what the Lord's saying. It's always thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible, right? Let's just get this. St. Matthew chapter 10. We're just gonna keep rolling. Let's see. Let's keep rolling. St. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. And it reads, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword, which represents destruction, man. It represents destruction, man. The sword represents destruction, all right? Destruction on top of destruction on top of destruction on top of more destruction. That's what's coming. The Lord said, think not that I'm come to send peace on earth. I came not to send a peace, but a sword, which represents destruction. Let's see what else before we close out. Let's go back to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Remember, give them warning from me, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. Go tell them what's going to happen before it even happens. And they ain't got to take heed. They do not have to take heed, all right? None of you people ain't got to take heed, but the elect will. That small remnant, the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, they're going to take heed to this message, you see? Because they know the Lord ain't playing, and he's a man of war too. And the Lord is a man of war too. You see? It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity, meaning the unbelief of them, trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. There ain't nobody hearing that. Ain't nobody heard that yet. All the unfaithful. And the Lord says it's going to happen in this generation. It ain't going to happen 1,000 years from now. You see? It ain't going to happen 100 years from now. No, the Lord says it's going to happen in this generation. You see? It says, behold, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. So it's thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible. I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. What part of that are we not hearing? What part of that are we not hearing? And bear with me.
Trump orbiters are musing about the possibility of mandatory military service should the former president and Republican presidential nominee get elected for another term. I knew that there was going to be some chatter about this eventually, because there is an issue with the military and its failure to recruit people to the military. And so eventually I knew that some politicians or some federal bureaucrats were going to start thinking about whether maybe they should pass some legislation making the service mandatory. But let's get to the details. Let's get to who is at the center of this. It's a man by the name of Christopher Miller, who actually led the Pentagon at the tail end of the Trump administration, so Trump's first term. Miller detailed his vision for the United States military as part of something I'm sure many of you have already heard of. It's known as Project 2025. It's basically the Heritage Foundation's game plan for the country, legislatively speaking, should Donald Trump get elected for another term. And so Miller is a highly influential individual within conservative circles, and he is in fact likely to serve in the State Department under Trump again, should Trump get elected. Now, Miller is among a cluster of influential former administration officials and GOP lawmakers who have mused aloud about a national service mandate and other measures to remedy what they see as a crisis facing the all-volunteer military. Trump has signaled that Miller, if there is a second term, might reprise his role as defense secretary, a powerful cabinet post with sway over Pentagon policy. So what exactly would Miller do should he have the power to do it? He's actually very clear on some of his suggestions here. So one of the things he would do is require public high school students to take something known as the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery. It's also known as ASVAB. Okay, literally. So the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery is basically a standardized test to measure a potential recruit's skills to see where they might fit in within the military, right? It's just a way of assessing an individual to see what they would be qualified to do if they entered the military.
Right, so how?
You ninjas are going to war. 2nd Ezra chapter 16. You thugs, you bad bees, you boss bees, you independent chicks, y'all going to war. Just know that. You going to war, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 16. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. And it reads, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, World War III, right? race wars, class wars, civil wars, the economy crashing, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, meaning bad times. What shall I do when these evils come? What shall I do when these evils shall come? Continue to hope and pray to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, that we're kind of worthy. The Lord's willing, we're kind of worthy to escape all these things. It ain't a joke. This is not a joke. You know what I'm saying? Look, this article just came out yesterday. For the hell, 14 hours ago. This is a real, where everybody all here, Juneteenth. Do you not see what's going on? Talk some damn Juneteenth. You not see, and we still slaves. We was never set free. You see? We're gonna read on though. Let's just jump down. The sword arrows of famine is coming. I mean, all that, man. 21, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 21, and it reads, behold, victuals, meaning food, shall be so, and they already got legislation, laws that's passed already on the books, to if war do ever pop off here in Babylon the Great, they can confiscate your house, they can confiscate your car, they can confiscate all your food. It's already on the books already. We didn't look it up already. While you ninjas just playing around doing rapping all damn day. You know what I'm saying? It's an Israelite party and all this other nonsense. The government passed laws already to confiscate everything that you so-called own. But you didn't know that, all right? But boy, they are the bums, right? The bums, right? Come on, man. Behold, victuals, meaning food, shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then, when it's all lovey-dovey, or it seems like it is, shall evils grow upon the earth, shall bad times grow upon the earth. Sword, famine, and great confusion, because the only thing that's going to keep you stable is the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the scriptures. So if you don't have it, you're going to be bugging the hell out. You ain't going to know what to do. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish, meaning get deleted of famine, starvation. And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, right? Shall the sword destroy. Let's read down. Let's jump on down for process of time. This is my last one anyway. 2nd Ezra chapter 16. Because remember that draft coming. Wars coming. All the above, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 33. And it reads, the virgins, the women of marriageable age, shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, having no husbands. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. What part of this are you not hearing? And their husbands shall perish of famine. And this is what the Lord told us to go warn our people about before it even happened. You Israelites will learn. I got one more scripture and I'm going to wrap it up. You Israelites will learn. You're either going to learn or you're going to burn. And I want to get this in closing. Ezekiel chapter 2. Ezekiel chapter 2, verse, 4. Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 4, and it reads, for they are imprudent children and stiff-hearted. They hard-headed. The ninjas, these ninjas, they're hard-headed. The men and the women, they're not going to listen to nothing, right? But what did the Lord say? For they are imprudent children and stiff-hearted, hard-headed as on know what. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible, and they, whether they hear or whether they forbear, whether they listen or whether they don't, right? For they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. Why? Because his prophecies are going to kick in. You're going to know that those men that was out there on the highways and byways warning you week in and week out, there's one of you on the videos, you're going to come to the realization that those were the men that the Lord sent forth to give them warning. Just like our people realized it when Noah entered into the ark and it started flooding, they knew he was sent by the Lord. They knew that they should have took heed to the word. But guess what? It was too late, man. And for the majority of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, guess what? It's getting ready to be too late. It's getting ready to say hello to you, right? Too late is getting ready to say hello to the average Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. Evils and only evils. Shalom.